Hello everyone, this is Rob Silva here. Hope you are doing great. Today what I'm going to be doing is creating an application that uses the Oculus Quest to Passthrough. Thanks again for stopping by the workshop. Subscribe to the channel. The goal is to keep creating more and more videos on Unity and Cinema 4D. Cool. Alright, so let's just start with this. So let me just create a new scene. Refresh scene, click the right button. I'm just going to create a scene and we can start fresh. I'm going to call this scene Super Pass-Through. Alright, cool. I'm going to open that scene. You can see the scenes right here. I'm going to go ahead and delete the camera. We're going to use a different camera. The camera rig, let me just, cool, right there. First thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to go to build settings. I'm going to delete this scene. This is an old scene. I'm going to add my new scene, Super Pass-Through. Player settings, Super Pass-Through. I'm going to copy and paste here. Scroll down. I'm going to rename my scene identification just by checking. XR plugin management looks good. Oculus looks good. OpenXR, it's already checked here on Oculus XR feature. For this, I am on a platform that I'm supposed to. For this tutorial, I definitely have Oculus. Let's see, integration package installed in my Unity, in my editor to support this project, so it's very important to have it. Okay, so just make sure to download it in the Unity store. Cool. Don't have nothing in my scene. I don't have a camera. So after done that, I'm gonna just go ahead to Window. Let's see, so actually go to Oculus First Tools, OVR Utilities. And I want to make sure that I'm set OVR plugin to OpenXR. Just make sure to check this. If for some reason you get a pop-up message from Unity saying that you need to now reset, if you have to restart the software again, just make sure that you do it. Okay. Just after you're checking this, because when you create a scene, maybe it's going to be pre-checked on these guys here, so make sure you set this. Next, what I'm going to do before I even create my rig, I'm going to go to Window, Rendering, and Lighting, and in lighting, what I'm going to be doing in lighting here, I'm going to go to Environment, and then Skybox Material. I'm gonna just click here and just delete, or you can click on this button and just clicking on. Make sure also that that a sun source is in none as well. Cool. So everything here looks great here. I can even close this tab. All right, cool. Now I'm just gonna go ahead to my OVR. I'm gonna get an OVR player. You can use a rig, but I'm just gonna use a OVR player controller for this. There are so many ways that you can use your pass-through. Okay. All right. On my OVR player controller, nothing that I need to do here. I don't need to do anything on here. Everything looks great. Let me see here. What I will do is I will go to my center eye anchor, and you can see it's a blue here. I will go ahead in the background. I'm going to click in background, and I'm going to zero out this. There, it's dark now. And let's see if there's anything here. Everything looks good. On a center eye anchor, okay. And I'm gonna go ahead type OVR controller, and I'm gonna choose the OVR controller visual. As you can see here, OVR controller visual prefab, and I'm gonna drag this OVR controller to my left hand anchor and to my right hand anchor, and I'm gonna just open the controllers, just open a little bit, and on this OVR controller prefab, I'm gonna come here, controller, and I'm on my left hand anchor. I'm gonna just go ahead, choose the left touch, and as well on the right controller, let me just open this prefab controller, right touch. Cool. Let me see now what I need to do. All right, on my camera rig, I'm going to select my camera rig. I'm going to scroll down, just open OVR Manager, start with General. Now we're going to make sure that everything is set for pass-through. So pass-through capabilities is enabled here. Enable pass-through, check this. Go to build settings, and let me see, enable pass-through, make sure that's checked here. Okay. Security, make sure the pass-through is enabled as well. In experimental, this is very important. Okay, experimental features enable and enable pass-through. Okay, cool. So things are fine here. Still in your OVR camera rig, you're gonna go ahead and you're gonna add the new components. Just tap here, pass-through, and you're gonna find this OVR pass-through layer. Add it on, and on placement, you're gonna add it to underlay. The reason why you're adding to underlay here is because the pass-through right now is under the scene, and we wanted to pass through on top of the scene. It's almost like a mask. Okay. All right. In underlay. Cool. So things looks good here. All right, so far. What I'm gonna do now is I will let me just see the position of my rig or my player. Good. Things are fine. Let me just adjust a little bit my rig on my controller. Good. Right there. And what I'm going to do in my scene is I'm going to just add a cube. It's a prefab, just to have some little thing there. Right, I added a cube. Let me see. Cool. That's a 1 meter cube. It's a pretty big cube. Let me see here in the game. And I will just rotate a little bit this cube, just to make it a little bit fun. Let me see. Right there, great. And let me see. So for right now, that's kind of pretty much to create a pass-through. So yeah, one more thing here, because this is very important. Because my rig, my controller, it's I don't have a floor, a place to stand with the controller. So it is very important that I add, for this very specific type of work, it is very important that I add a plan anywhere where I could stand, that I can stand. Okay. All right, excellent. So let me just make myself a little bit up here, select my player controller, and make sure that I'm adding myself on top of this plane. Good. Right there. Great. So it's very important, because I'm not just using the rig, but a player controller as well. Okay. All right, so I'm going to be able to navigate on top of this with my controllers. All right, cool. And I'm going to see the mixed reality. This is going to be a mixed reality project. So let me just build now. Build settings. Everything looks good. And I'm going to just build. I'm going to put Super Passthrough 2023. Great. I'm going to save it and I'm going to install it. So let's see how that worked. All right, everyone. Hope you had a really good time in watching this. Here is the recording for the pass-through, and this will be a second video on how to record. But this is the project. You can see my living room. You can see that how the 3D object became mixed with the real road. I mean, the controllers looks really nice. Definitely connected with my real controller that I'm holding. And I mean, you can create so many different types of interactions by adding 3D objects, creating Unity, and playing, with mixed reality. So take advantage of this. Again, thanks for stopping by. Hope you enjoy it, and look for the second video again, which will be very useful for you, for your projects. Okay, all right, peace out.